Welcome to Priest Adventures. Here we are on another hike. This is the Cannongate Nature Preserve, just outside of Sharpsburg, kind of between Sharpsburg and Palmetto, outside of Noon in Georgia. Now, there's going to be a lot of road noise because it does walk along I-85. You can hear it right now. So I'm going to try to talk over it, but we'll see. It is a 1.4 mile loop trail, considered easy. They allow mountain biking, dog walking, and all that. I don't know how it's going to do for today because it isn't early Friday. So with that being said, I'm going to hit start on the navigation. Let's get it. Now we have just stepped onto the trail. I mean, I just did the intro right there. There's a trail running this way, one running this way, one running this way. So we're going to be staying on this app. We're staying on the map and seeing what we don't want to get off trail like I did last week. This one seems to be a lot more beat down, but we'll see as we get closer to it. And I wonder how much trash there's going to be on the I-85 side. It's just odd having a nature trail right next to an interstate. Seems like a good place for somebody to go and camp right off the interstate. But yeah, the interstate's right there. You can see the traffic there, and then you got Cannondale Road, which is right here, or Canongate Road, which is right here. So you just kind of walk in this little green space in between. But I don't think this trail is going to take very long to walk, if it's 1.5 miles. And I have the wife with me this week. So, again, jacket weather. It's about 50 degrees. Great day for a walk. We'll see where we end up. We haven't even rounded the first corner yet. We've already come up on another trail coming up behind us. There's trails cut all through here. Probably a bunch of kids. There's actually like a four-wheeler or even a truck trail cut up through here. We're just gonna... Dead mouse. I'm not showing that. There's a dead mouse in the trail, but there's a four-wheeler or a truck trail cut up through there for some reason. There's neighborhoods all around here though, so people are going to be doing stuff like crazy. I believe we are going right because there's no other trail around. It is pretty woods around here. After looking at the map a little closer, I just picked this one up of a list of them that I have saved on my wish list because it's close to the house. It's within an hour. And we're getting back into the hiking thing anyway. Didn't want to go crazy with a 5 mile. It's going to be some loud traffic. But after a closer look, it's not just a single loop. It's three loops. A little one at the top that goes back into itself, then a larger one, and then it goes back to itself, and then to an even larger one. I'm not sure how this is going to equal out to 1.5 miles, but I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see how it goes. Still, it's weird. I know that last week you could hear the interstate, you could hear I-20, but it's nowhere near as loud as this. And there's houses right over here that are, I mean, literally, you can see the house is the same color as the woods. It's green. And they have a posted sign on a tree over there so you don't get into their property. But right there, there's a house. And a couple of the Cannongate signs so you don't step off too far. But we got to get over. We go. And we're actually that is the fence for the interstate. This is weird. Hey, come walk our nature area right next to I-85. So let's see what happens. See where we end up. We're finishing out the first little loop, and there's little tires here like motorcycle tires. I think I got this thing figured out. This started off as like a BMX track. It had to have. The corners are banked, so you can really catch them with speed. And it's got a lot of hills and bunny hops and stuff like that. This is where some kids came out and built a BMX track, and ALLTRAILS decided, hey, let's make this a trail. You'll see later on, whenever I get to the reviews of it, that it's not very well used. But if I was a kid living out here with my bike, I would have broken an arm on this stuff. It would have been all over me and my brother. Shoot, we may still do it. If he's game, I'll get a bike, we'll go and do it. But now we're coming back on itself. We're gonna find that second entrance to the second loop and get on that one. I have a feeling this isn't gonna take very long unless the mileage is lying to us. So we'll see. And again, gotta love that traffic. That's Atlanta for you. Okay, we finished the trail where it came back on itself to the second loop. We came in off this side here, and now we're gonna go this way to finish this loop out. My wife's over here yawning. It was an early morning. We got a lot done. You can go ahead. We got a lot done. It was a lot of grocery shopping and house cleaning and getting everything squared away for the week, because our Saturdays are spent with Raider teams, with the JROTC, with all that, running after them all day, and I take photos of it. So by the end of the day, I got a couple thousand photographs I have to go through, and my Sundays are between work and going through photos. That's a 12-hour day in itself. But we're on this second loop now, and it's going to get us even closer to the interstate. So it's going to make it even harder to talk. I'll probably pick this back up once we get past this loop this close to the interstate. All right, it's a really beat down trail. I mean, it's hard packed clay. And like I said, it's just bunny hills all over, just up and down. So yeah, I would go crazy on a bike, at least 30 years ago. But I got the app up with a map to follow it, because if you take a wrong turn, you'll end up back where you started. Like this one, this big loop goes up and we turn right to continue on. Like there's a trail running back right there that's not on this map. So we're having to really follow this to keep up with it. And that road noise gets annoying. So we're still working this this second loop. We'll get out to this the third one, which is another pretty big loop. But the terrain's changing a bit. It's getting a little more covered up. And we'll see where we end up. I just know where this thing dead ends, we gotta turn right. Hey, kudzu. We have found sun and kudzu. Give it a couple of months, that kudzu will be gone. But let's see what's ahead of us. made it to the third loop. We're walking close to the interstate again. So, I mean, we're like literally right along the fence. Semis are running by. Everybody's running by, and like I said, high banked curves, so you can really hook it in there. This would be a interesting place. So we get to listen to this for at least a little bit more. Finish this second long loop out, and then it's a short jaunt back to the car. And if anything interesting comes up, I'll turn on the camera. If not, then we'll see. We just came up on another dead mouse. Just a little bitty gray field mouse. It wasn't eaten, had no damage to it. Felt like it was asleep. So I don't know what it is that's killing them around here, but something is. Can't say it's roadkill. I mean, it's over there and it's a mouse. It'd be pancaked. So I don't know. Normally, if they're dead, they're eaten. But maybe it's a cat playing around. Don't know what to do with them afterward. I'm not really sure. I've never seen that before, so it's weird. Ready to get away from that interstate. I think we've turned the corner on it, but we'll see. Again, more bank turns. All right, we're finishing out this loop. We're back on the Cannongate roadside where the car's parked. And it's getting a little warmer. The interstate's still, I mean, you can see it from where we're at. It's not like you can get away from it. But even Canongate Road, it's pretty busy. It's a good walk. Now there is a large tire right there. Semi tire must have came off the road. It ended up out here in the woods. Still got the rim on it. That's a lot of weight. Other than a couple of little tires, haven't really ran into a bunch of trash. Figured there would be coming off of the interstate like this, but well, I say that, and then there's where the water has rushed through here like a gully. Left a bunch of candy wrappers and stuff like that. But I mean, for people actually walking on this trail, they're not leaving a lot of trash. So that's nice. But ready to get off this one. I think I would rather do the 25-mile road march section of the Pinhoti than do this in the woods with all this going on both sides. So we're going to try to knock this thing out, finish out this review. We'll get that back at the car. If we come across anything crazy, we'll pull the camera out again. If not, you know where you'll find us. Okay, as you can tell, this road's being used a lot. It's the Cannongate Nature Park Loop. I would not call that a nature park. I would call that a tiny little green space between the interstate and a well-used road. It shows it as a 1.4 mile loop trail near Sharpsburg, rated as easy. There's one review that actually has anything to review. As 9 months ago, Kara Cherry gave it 4 stars. We were the only ones, so it was nice to have the trail to ourselves. Noisy from the traffic, but a good crisp walk with lots of animal tracks. I saw no animal tracks, but definitely noisy. I mean, my ears are ringing because of it. It's very loud. And even if you get on the opposite side of the interstate, you still have all these cars. We had one that just drove by in a Hellcat, and it was loud. We clocked it 1.4 miles, so it's exactly right. My review, 2 stars at best. It's true. that it lives up to the 1.4. It lives up to the easy mark. The road noise, don't even put a park here. Don't even call it a park. ALLTRAILS shouldn't even call it a trail. It's a place for you to go ride a mountain bike, have fun on a bike with some earbuds in, where you're not hearing the semis and all that stuff. While I work around semis all day, I don't care to hear them on my days off, but you know, most people don't. So that's my review. 2 stars at best. Don't drive out here. This is 2 weeks in a row where I'm telling you don't come out to the trail. It's not worth this trail. It's not worth the time. With that being said, we're gonna go find us a place for a smoothie, and it's getting into lunchtime, so we may show what we're doing on lunch. If not, like, share, subscribe, and if I don't see you for lunch, follow us on our next adventure. Thanks, and bye. And we're back. Wife wanted a lobster roll, so we're having a lobster roll. Lobster dogs. We've had them before, but we figured I'd give y'all a taste of it. Do a little review of it. We're in Noonan now, only about 10 minutes away from where we were hiking at. It's a little more crowded than what I like to record in front of, and I'm in the shade, so what do you do? But just put the order in. It was 2 minutes ago. She's waiting on that side. We had this at the Printer's Ale brewery in Carrollton a few months ago. They actually posted up here that they were doing it at an antique store. So look them up on Facebook. Lobster Dogs, you see it right there. They go all over the state. They go into other states also. I've seen them all the way down in Brunswick and Savannah, all the way up at the Adairsville and Cartersville. But pretty good. We'll get a shot of it once we get it. We just got one and split it because we have another place that we have an idea to eat at. We're going to try out also. Like I said on the last video, we're foodies. Can't eat a whole lot of food, but what we do eat, we like for it to taste good. So I'll have the camera back up once we get the lobster roll. Okay, Lobster Dogs food truck. Like I said, we did this a couple of months ago, about a month or 2 ago at Printer's Ale in Carrollton, and you'll find them all over the place. Pick your poison. She won't talk on this thing. Okay, so there it is, all its glory. Large chunk lobster, and then you get a little side of hot butter. We didn't get it the last time, and we asked for it this time to make sure we got it. So, cheers, since I didn't drink any water earlier. Why not? Good. Perfect lobster. It's a hot dog bun. A split top hot dog bun. It's buttered and toasted. Our producer. I would say that this is perfect. We have not tried other ones. We will. I told her one time I want to go to Maine and get an actual lobster roll, and she went crazy looking for lobster rolls. But no, I want to go to Maine. So we're gonna finish this out. We still have another spot that we want to try. That's why I only got a single one and split it. So there's another place that's just up the street and serves something else, and we'll pull that up. But gonna finish this thing out. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, we just finished eating at the half shell right there. Got a half dozen. Price not too bad. A little over 16 bucks because it's market price. A little, it changes. Awesome oysters. They were great. We had the Cajun ones. I'll post a picture of them up on there. I didn't want to film in there because there was people in there eating. Then they were playing copyrighted music, so I don't want to get in trouble for that. But those Cajun ones light you up. They're really good. Now we have an hour's drive home, and today's my wife's birthday, so happy birthday to my wife. And here in a couple hours we'll be eating Mexican. So it's a full day of eating. But catch us on our next adventure. Follow us on the next adventure. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you have suggestions for other places to eat, other places to go, other hikes to do, definitely throw them down in the comments. I'd love to see them. I like to interact. It'd be great. See y'all next time. Bye.